memorable Christmas was when my mom and dad got me a book that I liked so much I read the whole book before lunchtime. It was a large book with some flaps and pop-ups. It was about old-fashioned dolls who come to life at night. In each chapter, it was a different time. At the end of each chapter, there was a pop-up house with the dolls inside. There was also things to feel like place.
My most memorable Christmas morning was when this happened. It was around 10 a.m. and I had all my toys, DVD players and all, when my parents came up from downstairs and they had covered my toy with a blanket. When I lifted up the blanket, I saw a bicycle. It was a mountain bike. I loved that bike so much I didn't stop riding for a week.
My most memorable Christmas I had was when I was in the age of 4. I went to Metrotown to see Santa and tell him what I wanted. I wanted a stuffed reindeer all my friends had when I wanted one all year long. On Christmas morning, my brother came running into my room and said, Andy Benedito, which means reindeer. I was asleep at the moment and my eyes just popped open, he said. Then I ran to the living room and there it was under the tree.
My most memorable Christmas memory was when I was first played in the snow. It was so much fun making my first snowman. I can still remember making snow angels on our front yard, but I've got to say, throwing snowballs and making snow forts was by far the most fun. I also enjoyed tobogganing down the local hills and wiping out. In the end, I had an awesome time.
My favorite memory about Christmas was when I was 6, because it was the first time I got to play in the snow. My favorite part was when my brother made an alligator out of the snow. Also, my brother made a miniature bed. It was comfy. Also, my family was set up the tree. It was really fun.
My most memorable Christmas I had was when I was little. I went to the Washington State. It was very cold there. There was lots of snow too. When it was the evening, I went out to the festival for Christmas. I was surprised that I could take a picture with Santa. Afterwards, the Christmas lights on the trees started glowing. Even though it was cold, I had happiness. That night, I was so happy.
My most memorable Christmas was when I made gingerbread houses with my family. I liked the one I made with my brothers. I remember that Grandpa was eating a lot of the one we made together. To my family, love, Kevin.
My most memorable Christmas was when I was 3 years old. I thought I saw Santa. Then I said, "Hi, Santa." And then he replied, he said, "Hello." He said, "Here's your present." Then he rolled off. The present he gave me was huge. I started peeling the present. Then later I woke up and realized I was dreaming.
My most memorable Christmas is when I got a toy castle. It had lots of dudes. Happy Christmas, Mom.
My most memorable Christmas was when my dad bought a book I really wanted. On Christmas morning when I opened it, I was really excited. I can never forget that Christmas.
My favorite Christmas was when I was 5. I made my first snowman, and when it snowed, and then I cried, and then my mom made me feel better.
My most memorable Christmas was when I decorated the Christmas tree with my family. The tree was beautiful. We hang Christmas lights in our living room. We sit near the fireplace in our living room. We turn it off the lights and turn it on the Christmas lights. The whole house was beautiful. I also got lots of presents. That was my best Christmas.
My most memorable Christmas was when my cousins came over and we ate dinner together, and we opened early Christmas presents and decorated the tree.
My favorite Christmas memory is when I gave my first dog his first Christmas present. We gave him a squeaky hedgehog, but he liked it so much he kept playing with it. It got so annoying, but after a while, he stopped squeaking it so much, mostly because he broke it. I wrapped the present and I let my dog open it himself. That is my favorite Christmas memory.
My most memorable Christmas moment was when I was 6 years old and it was my turn to put the angel on the tree. Since I was still young, I was pretty short, and even though I stood on the top of the chair, on the top of my toes, I still couldn't reach. Then I had to get my grandpa to help me lift me up so I could reach. We had lots of fun decorating. Still to this day, Now that I'm 10, I can't reach the top of the tree.
My most memorable Christmas was the last year, my first year in Canada. We didn't celebrate Christmas, but my dad and my grandparents came to Canada. I liked it except the shopping part. When my grandparents came, we needed to go shopping so much. Anyways, I had fun.
My most memorable Christmas was when my mom got me an iPod Nano, and the same day my dad also got me another iPod Nano. I also got a stereo.
My most memorable Christmas was when I was 7. I had a Christmas party that was entertaining. Each parent had to buy a gift for a present draw. I got phone books, notepads, diaries, and a dress book. I also got to play the piano. 12 o'clock struck, everybody left, and I enjoyed that night of Christmas.
My most memorable Christmas was when I was in grade 2. When I lived in Edmonton, our family had our relatives and our friends come over to our house and give presents to each other. There were only the paper wraps, so we would crumple them into a ball and throw them at each other. It was a lot of fun.
My most memorable Christmas was when I was 8. My mom bought me a guitar.